Howdy everybody. Just gonna hop back into more There Billions. Last time we left off, we were honestly in a bit of a tight spot, so this might be a quick 2 days or so before we get overrun and have to restart. I'm on Dark Moorlands. I think I'm on like 120% difficulty, so nothing too crazy, but we are very poorly equipped to handle the swarm coming in one day. Let's see how many snipers we can train in that time. I'll see if I can get another soldier center up. Just because I think we're kind of in for it here. Could try to wall up this area here. That's probably not a bad idea, but I think it's honestly probably too little too late. We'll get that up. Let's see what we can do here. They really are billions, you're right, Moonlight. It's tough on these streets. We'll see how this goes. But if we have to restart, we'll restart. Like I mentioned at the start of the last stream, I'm not a super proficient player when it comes to this game, as is evidenced by where the position we're in right now. We'll see how we are able to handle this next wave, and if it finishes us, it finishes us. We'll start over, come back stronger and better than ever. The southeast here is really worrying, and we've basically done no exploration in the north, so I think the north is going to be a major problem, and I wouldn't be surprised if it completely ruins us. Oh, there we go. Oh, if we do somehow manage to make it through this wave, the exploration up there is going to be really tough. See if we can just get some of these units to be veterans. Here comes a little sort of test wave here. I mentioned it last time as well, but before big waves, the game sends in these runners from basically all corners of the map at the edges here to sort of test our defenses and distract us before the wave comes in. Alright, get him out of there. Alright, we're gonna keep training snipers as long as we can, because I think that's our only hope. Yeah, we've just done so little expanding and exploring. That's the trouble with this map, obviously, but still, it's tricky. And when you haven't played in a while, like me, when you're already not the best player to begin with, like me, it can really test you. So let's see. We'll put up I'll do that, I guess. And that. We'll make sure that we have... Even a great ballista here would be helpful. Might not make the biggest difference, but again, every little bit helps. And they're attacking from the north, so they're likely going to come through this way if I had to guess, which is unfortunate, but not altogether surprising. Let's see if we can build any walls, or at least some stakes. Enemy's too close, so that's a problem. Alright, get back here. Alright, gonna get a bunch of stakes traps down, because I think that's really the only thing that's gonna help us even slightly here.
Last night I dreamt of brains exploding. Who do you want me to punish? Yeah.
Got some soldiers here. 1 hour, they're coming from this way. There's no way in that way, so they're either gonna come down here, or they're gonna come down here, which is actually kind of beneficial for us. Get more stakes traps down anywhere we can.
Sniper should explode a skull. Roger that. I smell death coming.
Attention, building completed. At your service.
Okay.
That will be easy.
Hope that we don't wake up this giant here. But we'll see. Moonlight the waves, it kind of tells us when the wave is announced what direction they're coming from, but depending on what on the map is in the way, like because we haven't explored up here, we can't see if there's any mountains or water or like obstructions, and if there are, you know, a wave might say it's coming from the west, but if they have actually no way to reach our base from this side, they'll go around to whatever the closest direct route to our base is.
Orders, sir.
So they might actually be coming this way, which would suck. I hope that's not the case. Let's send a few snipers over this way. Not that that would really help, but it's really... I think they are coming from that side, so... We're gonna send the rest of our snipers over there as well. And take away that attack move so that they just head over there and ignore everything else.
Just tell me what to do.
And now we're gonna slowly start backing off. Well, at least
Waiting on orders.
back off
Just guide me to the
most of our soldiers, because we just need to
are in trouble. Any orders?
focus on
Come on. The walls are under attack.
getting our guys over here, because we're in trouble.
They are trying to break through. At your service.
Where are you going?
Need me? Our defenses are being attacked.
Alright, so see, we can't get a shotgun tower. Another great ballista. We can't really even. We don't even have the real estate to put one down over there. So yeah, I think we're toast, unfortunately. But we can restart. We'll try a new one. We can at least get a good view of what happens when we lose and how quickly things can fall apart. Oh, you know what? We might be able to save it. Who knows? Usually if they get into our housing block like this, that's game over, but we survived it somehow. Defenses are being attacked up here. That's obviously still a problem, but not really an insurmountable one. They're attacking up here. That's also, again, not ideal, but I thought we lost, so that's fine. Get our soldiers here out of the middle of our base and somewhere where they're actually useful. Okay. I'm gonna demolish this because it's kind of useless in its current position. We get 50% of the original resources. We'll actually wait until we get some research at the foundry going. Advanced quarry, advanced farm. Honestly, the engineering center is probably the best bet. Do we have any oil nearby? So that would also be helpful. There's some here. We, The sound design in this game is crazy. Let's see. Gonna rebuild our walls just because that's important. I realize they can just get straight through there. That's a problem. So let's see. Need more wood before we can really do anything. Right. This is getting fixed up. We'll have to expand out a little bit further this way to increase our ability to defend, but that'll happen when it happens. I'm still kind of can't believe that we even survived that wave. I thought that that was gonna be curtains. It probably should have been, honestly, but that's okay. Where's our soldiers? There they are. All right, we're gonna send these guys out. We gotta think here. Figure out what we need. Mostly, we need food, power, and honestly, just more workers. Let's get the. Let's get the advanced farm. We've got farms going. That's only just going to give us more food and more workers. So I think that that's the move that makes the most sense right now. And then we'll start working on shoring up our defenses a little bit more,
Tell me.
because there is obviously a lot left to be desired in terms of like we've just got exposed buildings here, which is going to happen um, once in a while, but like to try and keep that to a minimum. We'll start clearing out some zombies so that we can expand more safely and get more colonists, more workers, and more soldiers. Which means more resources, start collecting some oil. We'll take advantage of that oil patch that's available. Get some advanced quarries going, advanced farms, advanced mills. Although again, I don't love relying on mills. I think that they're
Your sniper, at your service.
less than ideal.
Forces are in danger.
Alright, so we got advanced farms are available. Let's next focus on advanced mills, because power is going to be our problem. And the power plant is great in a way, but also takes some of our wood supply, and we're not really producing that much wood right now. So
Any orders?
Death, lovely death.
Just tell me what to do. On your orders.
alright, so there's spitters over here too. They spit acid from a distance, so they're problematic for our soldiers who have to get somewhat close to engage with zombies. So,
Ready?
oh, and some chubbies here, executives, things like that. Okay, so these are the more powerful zombies. We're getting closer to the edge of the map, obviously, so that's the reason for that. Alright, all of our soldiers are veterans.
That will be
That's
easy.
excellent. We need to continue training some snipers. Put them right there so that we don't lose them. Got a big group of snipers over here. And honestly, considering just sending them hunting to gain some experience. We'll set some of them to target the highest priority and some of them to target the lowest. Just so that we got a bit of a balance. Okay, so let's keep going here. We got oil platform coming up. We need oil to upgrade our farm. And then for advanced mills, start producing a few of those just to beef up our power supply that much more. 20 iron, 500 gold, yeah, there. 3 is going to help us quite a bit. Let's see.
Orders, sir.
Sniper is ready.
I don't really want to keep this guy out here on his own for too long, so let's get him back
Yeah.
towards this side. Then we'll build a guard tower. I guess maybe right next to that.
I need to kill something.
You can hang out there. Got the advanced mills, which has boosted our power quite a bit, which is awesome. Got a few extra snipers coming along.
I need to explode a skull.
These guys are going to keep pushing out. We've got some food that we can secure down here, so we'll move towards that eventually. Let's just make sure our snipers keep hunting.
Ready and
Same with these guys.
understood.
How many are there? 15 of these guys, which is pretty good. They should be able to take out pretty much every like standard zombie, but not obviously if they were to anger the mutants or the giants, they'd be in trouble. But otherwise, standard zombies should be pretty standard fare for them. Got an oil platform, so let's start extracting some oil here. Don't have any other sources of oil as far as I'm aware. And this is going to start attracting some attention. So let's send... How far away is that giant? Is there. 10,000. Which is a lot of hit points. Need a lot of snipers that are veterans to be able to take them out. I don't exactly think that the giant is still a little ways away, but we don't want to get too much closer to him. Alright, so these guys are going to work their way back. We've got our 5 snipers ready. They're going to meet down here as well. And hopefully be able to clear out some of this area. Our other group of snipers is down here. Gonna do some more research at our foundry for some... Honestly, getting the engineering center is probably a good idea. So let's do that. Should get the quarry going, the advanced quarry, sorry. But it's honestly not that, we're not in that much trouble right now. Let's see what else we can do. We've got power, we've got a little bit of food. We're gonna go run down and grab some more right now. We've got more stone than we know what to do with. We've got no mutants down here, so let's move towards that. Let's just grab this first, just to get it off the map. We'll make some money from it. That's great. Keep moving down. We'll get these guys to start coming down. We only have 5 snipers here. Snipers are going to attack the highest priority. These guys are attacking whatever's closest, which is great. This area here has me concerned, as does this one, for obvious reasons. So that's going to have to be something that we address in the near future. Okay, go up to the founder here and see what else we can get. I'm gonna grab the advanced quarry. Just got the engineering center, which requires more workers, more gold. Don't have enough gold for this, but it should help us out. We are running lower on food. Let's see. Do we have any cottages left? We do. We have 9, so we can definitely upgrade. Continue to upgrade those, sorry. We'll need more food, which we're going to come over here and get. Slowly, obviously, because snipers just walk. Keep moving down. Okay. Perfect. More food. Free 40 food there, which is huge. I don't know what we're... Oh, we're repairing this executor. We don't... Or, executor. Executor. We're going to demolish it. And then we're going to upgrade some more cottages. All but 2 of them. Where are the other ones? It's the problem with building all these so close together. Here are cottages. 1, 2, right there. And we just need more food, which will do more energy for that, so we'll do just a second. Just finished getting the advanced quarry research finished as well, which is great. Let's actually move down this way. Again, I really don't want to anger the giant, so we'll move our way up here. Okay, and he is aggroed, so I'll move up this way because we'll try to draw him. What way do we want to draw him? He's coming. Oh, maybe not. Okay. We're going to... Let's see. I think we're going to want to upgrade. Probably not our iron's fine right now. Let's upgrade the farms first. That one. We'll upgrade one over here just in case something terrible happens over here and we have to call an audible. From the north. Let's go this way. Same as before. That's all fine. Alright. Keep training more and more snipers. We don't have enough gold, and that's fine. That's gonna happen. Repair what we can repair. Giants moving around an awful lot. Alright, so they're moving around us. They're gonna go right by this giant, which is concerning. Again, let's keep as many snipers as we can coming. I imagine they're going to come up through here, but I'm not quite sure. Or are they going to come over here again? Probably over here again, actually. That was silly of me. Nope, they're coming that way. Damn. Okay. Could be boned here. For real this time.
Just tell me what to do. Do you need me? Let's get them!
Oh my gosh. And nope, they actually are split up. So they are coming down there as well. Which is not great. Keep attacking. Keep attacking, everybody. Alright, y'all can come up this way. That'd be awesome. Keep attacking. Alright. Not terrible. Not great, but definitely wasn't as bad as it could have been. We're gonna move all of our snipers up here because I'm gonna try to take down this giant because it's on its own. And maybe that's a fool's errand, but we're getting to the point in the game where it's starting to get a little bit more spicy each wave, so I'd prefer to deal with the bigger threats on the map as soon as we can. Alright. And then we'll shore up these areas here, especially this down here, which is, if anything comes from the south, it's coming here. We've had 2 attacks in a row from the north, so I can't imagine they're gonna be too long before they come from the south. Let's see. I think do that and that. Get a couple more snipers going before we get too close to the giant up here, hopefully. And then got more research that we could be doing, but I think honestly our priority should be getting these last cottages upgraded, getting a few more workers and colonists in, and then figuring out, I think, building a couple stone houses in here. I was gonna say over this way. So let's get that there. We'll upgrade more mills. 2 there. So there. That should be fine. And we've got some snipers coming up. That's great. We'll also see this area is going to have to be cleared out, obviously, but as of right now, I want to push up to the north, get rid of all the threats up here, And then we'll clear out the south because the mutant and the zombie, or the zombie, one of the 5 billion that are there. The mutant and the giant are a little close together. They're not that close, but if I aggro one, start running around, this area is full of zombies, and it could turn into trouble, or more trouble than I'm ready for, pretty quickly. Get another couple of houses down. We'll say here, here, there. That'll help.
Just tell me what to kill.
That is
Something
almost 20 snipers, which is
lovely dead.
going to be helpful. They do 100 damage, so that should actually be plenty. Let's start moving forward. The other two that get here can just protect us from this side. I basically just want kind of a death squad that can hunt around the map and we don't have to worry too much for their safety.
Like a snake with its prey.
We'll change all the snipers to the highest level. There. We'll let them go do their thing for a little while. We'll continue to do some work around our base. Getting a bank is probably a good idea. We already have a market, and I don't think we have the inn yet. That could be helpful. 100 food, 50 energy is what we need. Let's see, do we have any mills that haven't been upgraded? Probably not. We do have farms though that could use some upgrading. And we'll build another power plant. I know that that's going to kind of hurt our already stifled wood production, but I think in the long run, it's probably the smart thing to do. Another one of those. Yeah, 15 soldiers, 20 now snipers. 15 veterans soldiers, that is. So it should be pretty, these guys should be pretty capable of handling most of the stuff up here. There's some free energy, which is great. Getting some very helpful experience for our snipers up there. That's probably not super necessary for now. Let's move up a little bit more. All right. All right, let them hang out there for a minute. See if they can draw in any, or draw in, sorry, the zombie, or the zombie giant. Keep just calling them zombies, which is super helpful in a game that's just all about constantly fighting zombies of all kinds. Where's this giant?
Attention. Building complete.
Alright, more veteran snipers, which is awesome.
So many targets, gotta love it.
And others are getting close. There's the zombie. Alright, y'all. Okay. Oh, this is a terrible mistake. That's hilarious. Oh god. Kill this guy. We're just losing all of our units. Oh no. Oh boy. Got him halfway down. We're toast. That's so funny. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know if there's much that I can do now. GG's, I guess. Maybe he's gonna de-aggro. I guess it looks like that was the case. But we lost all of our attack force. We don't have any gold coming in, so I think that that is pretty much it for this run. This was a tough start, and I didn't play it all that well from the very beginning, so not all that surprising, but I still had fun. Not quite ready to completely throw in the towel, so we'll see how the rest of this plays out. But yeah, I thought that I was well enough equipped for the thought I was well enough equipped to handle the giant, but certainly not. Certainly not.
I need to kill something. That's a sniper.
You know what? Why even bother tempting it there? Let's see. See what we can do to get a little bit more cash flow. I don't think we can do anything in time to get more money. I should build another soldier center now, this time for real. I'll build it. I'll build it here. I think the next attack's going to come from the south, which is highly problematic. But it is what it is. We might just be boned. And that's okay. Should have just taken up all these free resources here when I could. But I was afraid of getting too close to the giant. Let's clear out a few on this side if we can.
Attention. Building completed.
Bullseye. Let's go.
They are attacking the colony defenses. Our buildings are being attacked.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Walls are under attack.
Where are the walls? Alright. That's fine.
Your sniper at your service. Who do you want me to punish? All right.
They are trying to break through.
Alright. Sorry, I'm being a little bit less chatty right now. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I can do to save this, but I don't really know. All the things I had to do to save it were, you know, 10 days ago, 20 days ago. You can put down a shocking tower somewhere, why not? Yeah, there's one right there. And then this area is just so poorly. Like, I don't think that is gonna do anything anyways, because there's no actual defenses here, but
Sniper is ready.
maybe if I can get a bunch of snipers or
My rifle is ready.
something behind the walls, it might do something. I don't know.
I need to kill something.
A horde of infected are on their way. They are approaching from the east.
Okay, the east is actually not terribly
Just give me something.
defended. How many more snipers have we got coming? 0 from that. 0 from that. 0 from that. 5 and send them down there. Take the 7 that I have and send them this way.
Attention.
Who do you
Building
want me to
complete.
punish?
And houses coming in, so um let's see. Our wood supplies are just atrocious, unfortunately. Just no wooded areas that we can really take advantage of. The ones out here I just didn't expand out to in time. That should have been a priority. But we'll see how this wave looks. And then see where we go from here. Maybe I can shore this up.
Sniper is ready.
Certainly can't take out this giant down here now.
Tell me your darkest thoughts. Bullseye.
Hmm.
That's a certain kill. Death. Lovely death.
This will just put them in there. Let's okay. Get behind the walls now.
Yeah.
Should have put up a bunch of
Our defenses are being attacked.
I should have put up a bunch of stakes traps, but I don't think I have power out here. I don't. Alright, yeah, that's GG's, finally. We've been expecting it for a while. That's gonna be that. They're gonna get into the housing block. They're gonna
It's under attack.
take out the command center, so we'll start a new run here. Mistakes were made. And that's fine. We'll just watch our colonies succumb. But yeah, should have expanded a lot faster. Should have There's should have been done a lot of different things, obviously, but um, underestimated the mutant and then underestimated the giant, and that was kind of the real dagger, I think. All right, we'll do high population. We'll do Dark Moorland again, 120 days, and then yeah, high population. Let's see where that gets us. Crab Fist. Not much to look. Goodness. Alright, start again. This area seems wide open compared to our last one, which is helpful in some ways, not helpful in others. Okay. Gonna keep going, keep checking things out. Okay. Good to know. So there's where the zombies are down here. We'll have you patrol this way. Small, easier to defend here, but keep expanding out. Again, got 2 giants, 2 mutants. So, good to know. It's not so bad. Well, patrol up here. Have you push forward a little bit. Have you push forward a little bit. And then run up here. Okay. So this is an interesting starting location, I think. Gonna get some tents down, as always. Then we'll get some wood production, we'll get a little bit of fishing, and we'll get some stone. So let's see. Build our tents just 4 across like that. We'll get fishing hut down. I think I can build 2 right off the hop, which is awesome. 15 and 14. We'll get a sawmill, which can do 11 here, which is also great. And then let's just make sure. That's fine. Let's push him forward a little bit, see what things look like on this side.
Of course, my commander. Come on. Attention.
Let's see any zombies over here yet, but we're gonna send this one, this ranger this way.
Building completed. Come on.
Huge open space here, which is stressful.
Vote for your mayor.
We'll take the bonus soldier for sure.
Reporting for duty.
Absolutely.
Attention.
Could use that. We're gonna move our ranger back here, honestly. And she will just patrol here. Takes away the need to patrol this entire strip here, and we can sort of start sending our soldiers out a little bit to do some scouting. Build more houses, get more workers. Koopa, good to see you. Hope you're having a nice week so far. And let's see. We'll get hunting cabin, hunter's cottage. 14's fine. Just make sure that we stay on top of the food a little bit more.
Commander?
You may have missed Koopa.
On your
We just got our lunch fed to us on the other start, so
okay?
we're starting fresh here.
Need me? Attention. Building completed.
Let's see. This
Building completed.
honestly expanding to this area should be pretty straightforward. Um, like obviously there's going to be a pretty big zombie population down here, but no special zombies. We've got another 15 days before we get a first wave. That's what we need. We need a quarry up here. And 5 is gonna be all we're gonna get out of that, which is fine. That's not bad to start. Let's get a Tesla tower. We're gonna want to expand out here to get some of that
Soldiers are in trouble.
iron. So let's start
Any orders?
making strides to do so. Certainly a learning experience, Koopa. Maybe more a humbling experience than a learning one, but it is what it is. This is a bit of a concern here. I don't want any
Attention. Building complete.
zombies sneaking their way in towards our production or our housing.
Do you need
These guys are doing great. And let's see. Do want to get our soldier center up and running, obviously. I think a wood workshop would be nice, but it is still early, so it's fine if it takes us a little while to get there. This is probably the safest like corridor down here to build into, just because it's got that choke point with the ranger here defending it. So we'll get some more wood production going through here, and then just getting our basic resources going early on and expanding our population count is going to be what's most important for us. So keep getting some tents down.
Do you need me?
It is really fortunate these guys are so close to the edge of the map in some ways. Means that we don't have to worry too much about making noise and drawing them in, which is great.
Orders, sir. Attention. Building completed.
Okay, so let's see. Oops. It's going to require 20 stone, so we'll get that shortly. We'll see if we can
Commander?
work our way up here and see what that looks like. Because if we can... Oops. Oops. Alright, just get rid of this guy. And that guy. I just want to see if there's any kind of choke point, and there is. So that's helpful. We can maybe run someone across here to patrol. Once we've lured all these zombies in and dealt with them. And that'll make it a little bit more defensible, at least. It's tricky in this game because you don't really want long stretches of wall because that's more difficult to defend, but you also don't want just random one-off zombies sneaking through and getting into your housing block because that is a pretty quick way to end the game. Alright, 16, it's not going to get any better than that. I don't think we're going to be able to squeeze any more sawmills in there anyways, so. Alright, let's back them off a little bit. Not too worried for their safety though with these slow guys coming in. Let's see. Got a lot of wood. Get our soldier center up and running. And let's build that out this way. It's gonna take up all of our stone. That's okay. We're gonna go secure a little bit more stone here shortly, so that'll be okay. We'll do that down here. Let's do that. We'll also throw down another Tesla tower over here so that we can take advantage of some of this iron as well. Alright, it's kind of useless to have them running that way now, so let's get you patrolling this way. Make sure that there's no sneaky sneaks coming in.
Just tell me what to do. All the way.
Get you to come over this way.
All right. Tell me.
He's got to be close, he is close, so as soon as we were able to get some iron, which we got 5 there, which is awesome, and then maybe another 2 there. So we'll throw that down there. Let's get this guy back over here. Thought it'd be more helpful to have him kind of on his own, but might not be the case. We'll push him forward a little bit too, and push you forward as well. We don't know what's over this way, so let's have you run a little further.
I hope you're not wasting my time.
Sneaky.
Okay, I hope you're not wasting my time.
Alright,
Great.
keep going that way.
Is everything okay?
Let's not attract any more attention before we are able to get a couple more soldiers down. But we will also throw down a couple more tents here. We will need more food. There's not too many grass tiles around to start, so that farms won't be super helpful until we're able to expand out a little bit more, but for now we'll get hunters' cabins, hunters' cottages, sorry, and some fishing down. So yeah, 13s is the best we're gonna get for now. See if a fisherman cottage we can get over here probably. But we'll have to wait until we've safely secured it, of course. Get a wood workshop, or sorry, a warehouse over here. That would also be super helpful to help our food production as well as our wood production. Or even here for our stone and our food. But just need a little bit more iron. We'll be able to get some more soldiers down. Need more food as well. Early bottlenecks, but we're progressing. Important that we're moving forward. That is the most important. So we got our food. Alright, so we got 5. Those guys coming. We'll get a few more tents down to start. Won't quite bump us over the 78 colonists, but or over the 100 mark for colonists, but that's okay. We need those workers for our wood workshop and for our warehouses.
Attention. Building completed. Reporting for duty.
This area is still a concern. So let's, for now, just send one of our veterans up there. Yep, that's why.
Just guide me to the infected.
Hurry up, hurry up.
Great idea.
Get up there.
Understood. Waiting on orders. At your
Perfect.
service.
Alright,
All
so we'll
right.
send him over here to patrol, but also to, let's actually scout the area out a little bit more.
Let's go.
It'll be okay there.
What to do.
We'll get these new guys down here and get them gaining some experience as well.
Commander? Just guide me to the infected. At your
I'll
service.
have you patrol because I think that that is what makes the most sense for the time being. We've got full resources and we're not micromanaging as well as we should be. Need some more power, or no, more food. Which again, pretty par for the course at this point in the game for me. It's just constantly forgetting that I need to feed my people. So, Hunter's Cottage. Let's see, can we get... I can get a Tesla tower down. Let's put it... Let's maybe put it here. That gets us a little bit more stone, and it gets us more... gets us the ability to have some fishermen's cottages put down. So let's do that. Relatively safe
Reporting for duty.
with
Do you need
this soldier here as well as the these two passages being looked after, and this patrolling ranger as well. So
Come on.
we'll keep we'll scout this out a little bit more, but I think just having him patrol down here, or honestly having the ranger patrol that,
Yeah.
so that they're moving faster, we're not wasting our potential, and then we'll stick our veteran soldier in there, start pushing these guys down, clearing out some areas so that we can see where we want to expand to next. And again, we'll make some noise, but that's okay. What do we need here? More food again. We've got our stuff up, so 12 there, and I think I should still be able to build another one down here. And that'll kind of maximize what we're able to get out of this small lake.
Great.
Any orders? Understood. Let's go. Orders, sir.
Alright, fellas are not getting super overwhelmed yet, but Almost getting to that point, it seems.
Building completed.
He's certainly biting off more than he can chew, so
On your orders.
let's back him up a little ways. There we go.
Commander?
Having the veteran there is honestly super helpful.
Come on.
It's just helping provide a little bit of support when they're unable to keep up with the amount. Fish and farms, not the only ways. There's hunters, cottages as well, Koopa, of making food. But there's also like food crates that we can find around the map. That's why we're trying to explore here
Under attack.
as early as we can and as much as we can. But
At your service.
oops,
What to do?
still want you patrolling, dude. But I guess help for now.
Tell me.
But food production is mainly these hunters' cottages, fishermen's cottages, farms, and then later on when we unlock the foundry, we can upgrade our farms to mechanized farms, which require less workers and produce
Let's go.
more food, or produce food more efficiently, I guess. So yeah, they use the same amount of space, um, produce more food with it. Okay, there we go. So let's keep pushing these guys out. Let's get you back to
Let's go. Ready?
patrolling. Eventually we'll clear out
Do you need me?
more and more of this area. We'll move you back there. And we'll move you all this way. And yeah, it's a little bit again, my micromanaging right now is absolutely atrocious. I'm just such poor resource management. Um, but no, it is it kind of makes it so that you have to really strategically think out the way that you want to plan your base, which is challenging when
Commander?
you've got such limited space and like the map obviously justifies how you lay out your base as well, but it's
Just guide me to the infected.
sometimes there's maps that don't have any water or that have very limited forests, so then you have to think of different ways that you're going to produce your food, or like this one obviously lacks uh, large patches of grass in the starting area, so then farms are less effective. And you have to sort of rely on these like less efficient ways of getting food early on and plan your expansion to areas that have grass so that you get more bang for your buck when it comes to food production or other resource production as well. Okay.
Let's go.
Come on, gang. Alright, we're getting some veterans here, which is great. Back off a little ways. Let's target the highest priority. Or the highest level, sorry. Prioritize the highest level, I should say. Let's see, what do we need? Warehouse, we need more workers. Or sorry, not the warehouse. We don't want. We need more workers anyways for the wood workshop. And then the warehouse that I just put down, Koopa, also increases food production here. So we're getting plus 16 out of this, plus 17 out of this one. I think we were probably getting, I don't remember what the percentage that it boosts things by. Oh, 20%. So whatever 20% of 16 is, I think, or yeah, I think we were making 12 before in this one. Now we're up to 16, whatever 20% of that is as well. I'm not that good at math, but other ways of boosting food production are these proximity-based buildings that increase productivity.
Do you need me? Tell me.
Let's just stick him down there.
Do you need me?
Keep these guys pushing forward.
Orders, sir. Attention.
You again.
Building completed.
Alright. More food for that. Need more workers for our wood workshop. So let's do have more. Let's put. I don't think I want to put it down there, actually. Let's put it down there. Expand our energy grid a little bit out so that we can tap into the wood and the food that this forest will offer.
Commander?
Continuing to weed out the southeast. And let's see. Again, obviously nothing's changed there. Need more food.
Attention.
Perfect. So let's see. Get 15 here, 15 here. That seems like it's probably our best bet. If we get another Tesla tower down over here as well, can tap into the last of that fishing. So let's do that. We'll need to start worrying about power shortly,
Any orders?
but we'll worry about it when we worry about it. Moonlight, that's a really good question. I don't remember what the lore is behind the zombie virus. There's a campaign in this game, but I haven't played it in so long that I don't remember the backstory. I do know that it's like global infection. Like I think the idea is that all of Earth is has succumbed to it. So
Attention. Building
I know it's a
ready and waiting.
very widespread, but I don't know what the cause is or what infection looks like or anything like that.
Attention. Building completed.
I think probably classic. Yeah, yeah. I think you're right.
Just tell me what to do.
Alrighty. Let's see. Got 100 wood. We do need more workers, so let's focus on that right now. I think honestly getting another row of housing up this way is probably a smart way to expand. Hopefully that gets us enough for our wood workshop. We can start researching farms and stuff like that because the food situation is tough right now. We certainly don't have enough soldiers to deal with the expansion, exploration, and defense problems that we currently have.
On your orders.
Okay, perfect. So we need a little bit more energy, of course. We'll get this mill down. We'll just throw it right here. That should give us a boost as well. And last, Fisherman's Cottage. think that's too close, so I think 12 is our best bet. There we go. You guys don't stop, keep going. I was hoping that we'd find like a bit of a resource dump, like a supply dump around here somewhere, but I haven't found any free supplies on the map yet, which is tough. And then we'll put down a wood workshop, so just on the other side of this soldier center here. I guess this is fine. Also put down another Tesla tower there. These guys are still doing some good work. Let's see. Yeah, once we get this wood workshop going, I think that we'll be a lot happier, able to expand a little bit more freely. I only build 3 of those guys, so let's wait. Probably should sort of get on top of it, but I kind of like making sure that I can fill up the queue before I start producing soldiers. So let's keep that going. This is moving so slowly. We'll get 3 more of those, I guess. Not enough food for anybody else. That's fine. Okay, which workshop is done? So let's get our farm out of the way first. That's going to be the next priority. We'll throw one down here, probably 1 or 2 down over here as well. And that'll give us some room to expand our food. We'll have to expand our energy production a little bit, but once the farm's researched, we'll start going for cottages. And then that should kind of expand our options a little bit more. Got some good bottlenecks here as well. Like here. This one's a little long, but I'm sure there's something more up here. And then this area, easy to wall off here, but we want to make sure that we can expand out and get these resources eventually, because I think the error from the last run, aside from seriously underestimating the giant and the mutants, was not expanding quick enough, just idling for far too long. Alright, we've got farms researched. Next we're getting, yeah, ooh, snipers would be good, but let's get our cottages. Can't even make snipers if we don't have workers, so let's get, oh, I'd love to build out there, but we're just gonna build wherever we can right now that's safe. So there's safe. That's safe. And then that'll be it for now. That'll be fine. It's not optimal, but it's increasing our food supply. So that is the most important part. More bottlenecks down here, which is great. Again, this map is super constrained, but it's more defensible in that sense. If we can get some long-reaching like snipers and stuff like that, and like small, more like rivers rather than lakes, then it can be super helpful routing zombies around the bodies of water and being able to pick them off while they can't get to us. Pretty good pocket of infected there. I want to make sure that there's not too many coming in this way. Alright, our farms are up. We've got a pretty good bump of food there, so we're gonna start churning out some more soldiers. We'll get snipers researched after that. We've got cottages next on the priority list, and another mill. We'll say there, next to the warehouse. Alright, time to get our snipers. Time also to upgrade as many cottages as we can, which won't be too many for now, but 5 is better than none. That's going to boost up our colonists, hopefully over the 200 threshold, which will get us our next mayor, which is just either instant or passive boosts to our colony. So next mayor should come in. Sniper speed is plus 50%. That's kind of useful. That is kind of useful. So we'll do that. Why not? More useful than just having a shocking tower, because shocking tower still is going to cost us resources and power, which we don't have right now. So keep upgrading those as much as we can. And Koopa, it's totally possible. It's like building a tower defense style maze. Some of the higher difficulties pretty much require that. It's all about kind of creating a kill box for zombies that forces them into a route that they have no choice but to take, if that makes sense. But part of that is understanding the pathfinding that the zombies use, and I guess don't fully understand it. Not as well as I should anyway. We're gonna get our market going next so that we're selling off these bonus resources and making more money. We'll pick up a quarry. Well, actually, let's see if there's any more sawmills. Let's get that 10 going there. That'll be fine. Probably could stick 2 on this, which probably would have been the smarter idea, I guess. Probably get 1 down here and 1 up there. So I know I'm not going to get all the resources back for that, which is irritating, but we'll do that as soon as we have the money to. Soldiers are in trouble. Well, they're only kind of in trouble. Now we've got enough money for our sawmills, which I should have built this way to begin with. That'll block that off, which is a bit of a... I suppose that'll be fine, actually. So we'll do that. And 8 available there, but we'll take the 7. let's get you patrolling
Let's go.
here to like, actually, let's just get you to patrol that way. I'll fix your patrol route a little bit.
Gotcha.
Rube Goldberg defense, yeah.
Dozens of infected are near the colony. Orders, sir. They are approaching from the west.
And Koopa, they don't go for the walls unless there is buildings that make noise behind those walls. So if I was trying to route them, you know, or like I guess like distract them with walls, and I just built a block of walls out here, they would ignore them. Probably. Like sometimes they'll come and attack them, but if a wave is coming, the wave is not going to just attack these 4 walls. They're going to go straight past it towards my base. Alright. Zombies approaching from the west, so we don't know which way they're going to come in. They're either going to come in here, or they're going to come in down here, so we will get these guys up here, and then let's see where it's basically going to depend on where the little signifier, whatever you want to call it, identifier pops up. We'll be able to see where they come from.
Technology research finished.
All right. What do we need for the market? More energy. More energy. Stick that there, so we might as well. And then
Any orders?
see where we're going.
Attention. Building completed.
There they are. So they're gonna go up with these guys and hope that there's not something weird that forces them all the way down here, but I can't see that being the case. Or even something weird that forces them to go up here, which could be the case.
Is everything okay?
And looks like it actually is the case, so
Ready and waiting.
let's get y'all running up this way instead. Oh, some of you came down this way. That's okay. Alright, wave done.
Waiting on orders.
Now let's see, what do we need for the market? We're good. So let's get the market right here is pretty optimal. Reduces food needs, which is going to be super helpful. Yeah, it is. They are a little bit more advanced, especially for it being such an older, or I guess an older game now. It's not super old, but
Sorry, sir.
I
I was cleaning my weapon.
think like 2020 extort your population for all their money. Yeah.
Orders, sir.
No, man, the market is just giving them additional amenities. So really, I'm doing them favors by popping it down. I'm not actually
Orders?
subtly starving them.
Just tell me what to do.
I guess maybe the idea is that they can go to the market themselves to buy themselves food, and that's why they require less. I don't really know.
On your orders. Orders, sir. Attention. Building completed.
Alright, keep putting those down. Market is there, which gave us more food for more things. Now we need to start getting some snipers out,
Commander? Attention.
because the earlier we get them out, the more experience we get them like doing something like this, the better. maybe even send them down. Let's send them down this way. Where's our next bottleneck going to be? Power. So let's get another mill up there. And we'll get another quarry on the other side of this, because I think I can build one right there. If I've still got space, I don't know if I can build it that close to the Tesla tower, but we'll see. And then getting that gold patch would be super helpful, because we're not making any money right now. Koopa, so power grid is just, we have two different types of buildings. Power producers, like this mill, which just needs to be built within our energy range, which centers around this. And the way that we extend it is through Tesla towers, which have an amount of range that they can go like this. So anything within that range has power, and we're not able to build anything unless we've got enough power down here to support it. The trouble is, if I build a Tesla tower out here, and then say build some quarries on those two resource deposits, if this Tesla tower gets taken out, all the buildings that were on it lose, like they cease to function. We lose access to those until we repower them. So let's see. New stone workshop would probably be a good idea. Great ballista. Used those last round and they were fine, but I didn't find them the most helpful. And yeah, exactly, like driving it through a power pole in Factorio. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. Alright. Let's see. What do we got? I built some snipers. We can only train 2 of them because we don't have very much money. But maybe we just work on upgrading the rest of our houses, which will suck up the rest of our food, but for now that's okay. Where did the rest of our, there. Keep these guys moving out a little bit.
Any orders?
Let's have these guys, I just don't know where.
Perfect.
Likely to find free resources at this point.
Come on.
Another little bottleneck there. This is wide open, so it's not super helpful.
Attention. Technology research finished.
Alright, stone workshops researched. We're not going to have enough to build it right now anyways, but we'll need more energy. And then probably more workers on top of that, because how many workers does it need? Only 20, actually. So we could build it. I'm not sure it's worth our while just yet. I'd like to get another cottage up. And then let's get 3 of those guys going.
Commander?
Okay, so there's probably some free resources somewhere around here. We're gonna take advantage of this executor as well. And by take advantage of, I mean scrap it once we move near it. And it joins our colony. The last run's downfall, Koopa, was me not being as efficient as I should be and not taking advantage of situations like this where I've got just resources sitting. And also, I thoroughly underestimated some of the stronger infected, like mutants and giants. I essentially had like 15 soldiers, I think, 20 snipers that went up to the giant, and the giant made it so that I had 0 soldiers and 0 snipers, which is tough, but that's the way it went. Baby strong. Strong. Baby strong indeed. Probably should wall off some of this stuff, so let's do that, I guess. Do this here. Just slightly less to worry about. Gives us a bit more of a heads up.
What now? I hope you're not wasting my time.
I'm not wasting your time, I promise.
Just give me something to shoot.
Alright. What do we need? Oh, another warehouse honestly might be the play. We've got one right there. So let's toss one down here. Boost our resource production a little bit more, including our food production by quite a bit, I think. We'll also toss down another quarry on the other side of this, which will just give us access to 2, but that's 2 more than we have right now. And then we'll get one down here too. It's just trying to increase all my production. I know that I'm maxed out on this stuff right now, but later on that's not going to be the case. And last time it was a real problem, like idling and not not maximizing the time and the resources that we had. That was the real issue. Alright, we got 3 snipers. We're gonna train 2 more right now. We'll have a little group of 5 that is just gonna make their way down here and gain experience and take out infected where they can. We'll also I kind of can't get over the lack of like free resources, but I think there might be something here, unless that's, I don't think that's an oil patch. I could be wrong. Yeah, no. So there's some free resources there, thankfully. And it's food, which we could really use. So let's move down there. This is what we've been looking for. Trees and ores do not get depleted, Koopa. It's just once I'm harvesting resources, like a building has a perimeter, basically like a grid around it where it harvests resources from, and we can't harvest resources from the same area. But we can infinitely harvest trees from the forest, and the forest will never get any smaller. It just means that we can't stick down any other buildings in that area, in the same area at least. Alright, we're gonna push our snipers down. They're gonna target the highest priority. Leveling up our soldiers as well, which is awesome. Super helpful.
On your orders. Great idea, sir. All the way. All right.
Okay, you all.
All the way.
This would be kind of helpful to get, this radar tower, but It's a little far out from where we're able to expand to right now, so we'll leave it where it is. Like, obviously, we're gonna leave it there, but maybe I'll take advantage of that a little bit later on. Let's get another mill here. And honestly, maybe just build another one while we're at it, just because we're so capped on power. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Commander? On your orders.
You get up there and help as quick as you can.
This better be good. Okay, but it's gonna cost you double. Roger that. Great. Are you sure? You again. Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Are you sure? Okay.
So you're gonna patrol here.
This better be
You
good.
are just
Is
gonna
that all?
come patrol this less busy area.
It's under attack.
Kind of getting pushed from a bunch of areas, it seems. Let's get our snipers back where it's a little bit safer. The 50% speed now is
Attention.
for snipers is kind of paying dividends. They got a little bit overextended there. Okay, we got quite a bit of gold saved up. We've got a good amount of resources, almost capped on everything. So let's
At your service.
figure out what we want to do next. I think the answer would be work our way towards the stone workshop. Yeah, I think work our way towards the stone workshop. We might as well also get the inn research done, but we'll do that, and to just work our way. Bit of a weird, very unsatisfying gap there because I didn't realize that our power grid doesn't quite reach the entirety of the inside of our base, which is
Tell me.
not ideal, but we'll get a few more workers up. We'll maybe do a few more down here as well, like, yeah, so that's all of our food, so that's okay. Move you guys down, move you guys down.
Just give me something to shoot. Roger that.
Ready and waiting. Come on.
Okay,
Attention. Building completed.
obviously a little bit worried about
Just tell me what to do.
defenses up here, but we'll continue expanding our energy grid out this way and try to wall off some of this area just so that it's not quite as much of a concern. Um, let's do, let me see, let's do just that for now. It gives us a little bit more space if anything. And then this side we'll do that. And once we're able to expand out this way a little bit, we'll get some more farms down. Make a few inroads with our food production, because food production's struggling right now. Could honestly just, let's just toss down this farm. I think it's relatively safe,
Roger that.
if not entirely, at the moment. And that'll give us some room to breathe a little bit. Alright, y'all are going to go down this way. They should pretty much be able to handle most things down here. It might be a little bit dense in terms of the population, but having these guys just prioritize whatever's closest, having the snipers prioritize the highest level, makes sure that we're doing damage where we need to do damage.
Our soldiers are in trouble.
Alright, Stone Workshop. This is fairly early to get it going, I think. Only 24 days in, but get it down right there. And let's see if we can afford another quarry here. It's only 1 iron, so I don't really know if it's even worth our trouble. This one's worth our trouble, that's for sure. Let's do that for now.
Our forces are in danger.
Okay, so this is a lot of execs, a harpy as well. So yeah, we might need to back off a little bit here. The harpy is a concern. Kill that. Make some space between us and the execs. Not you, not you. Sheesh. There we go. There we go. Nailed it. Let's continue to push down this way. That was a pretty big surge of enemies there, but I think we'll be okay the rest of the way out. We can get some more cottages down. We certainly need more power. We're not doing too poorly, or too, yeah, we're not doing too poorly on workers right now, which is almost unheard of for me. Keep getting our energy going. And then next, honestly, the play, build a little wall here, and then we're going to expand out and wall these areas off, and maybe that as well. I don't know what this looks like, but keep the gang pushing down there, leveling up our soldiers and our snipers, which is fabulous. Oh, Koopa, don't speak too soon. Staying on top of everything. I'm sure that there are some very good players of this game who would see some like egregious oversights that I've made right now, and I'm sure that there are many. Let's see. Could get a little bit more stone going, but we're doing okay on that right now. Although this... Okay, we don't have enough power for that. We'll start harvesting from that node there. Any excess materials at this point just makes us money, which I'll never say no to. Let's get a stone house. Just try to maximize the amount of space that we've got. Why not? Get more cottages down. Lots and lots of cottages. 2, 3, 4. And then yeah, protecting this area is going to have to, this area here and this area here is going to have to bump up a little bit in our priority, and we can use money to purchase resources just through the market here. So we can sell off stuff if we think that we'd like to, or we can use it to purchase there. Something that I didn't take advantage of last round either. Alright, that's gonna start getting a bit spicy. I think most of our snipers are either veterans or very close, which is awesome. That's usually means it's time to train a couple more. There we go. Okay. Not close to being able to afford the inn yet, which is fine. Let's get more power. Always needing more power. Stakes trap as well. Okay, stone house complete, which is awesome. Alright, keep pushing down.
Yes, tell me what to kill.
Soldiers Center, let's see, we should expand out our power grid here a little bit. That's kind of handy. This mill here is kind of annoyingly blocking off this area here, but also sort of protects some of these other buildings until it gets infected, obviously. Then it becomes a problem, but it sort of protects some of these weaker buildings from sneakily getting zombied in this early stage of the game before we can actually defend it with walls and such. You, why not have you come out and do a little bit of scouting? Fast enough that they can run behind the walls if they start to get into too much trouble. Okay, let's see. We have more food, which we knew would be an issue. Foundry would probably be a good idea, but so we might go with the power plant. Even getting the wasp, actually. Let's get the wasp. Can't remember if it requires oil to build, but it can be helpful for helping to, or for just adding a little bit of increased security in some of these areas where I don't have much built up yet. And because we've got so much wood right now, let's shore up some of these areas, like, for example, do this. We can just put the quarry on the other side of that. Also do in like that, and then let's do this. Take out these three and make that the gate. There we go. Starting to get some defenses up and running. And we're on day 27, so I'll do this next swarm and then I'll probably call it for the night there. Ooh, Harpy, get him. See what resources we can find down here. Maybe we'll see if we can uncover where they're, ooh, thank goodness. We're getting some higher level zombies down here. Lots of harpies, some executives, none of the big guys yet, like I think they're called chubbies, which is pretty brutal, but then we got the wasp, which is fabulous. Yeah, so they cost a good amount of iron. And a little bit of energy, but again, they are helpful just for, like, I'll just put 2 of them down there, and that'll help keep this area secured. They don't do a ton of damage, but they're helpful in a pinch. We'll expand our energy network out this way a little bit more. Yeah, like that, and then like something else up here perhaps. Walls are under attack down here, so that is problematic. Don't have too many people that are, too many soldiers that is, that are in the area. Let's see, you guys are so far away. These guys might be the quickest to get there. Again, the 50% speed boost to these guys is very helpful now.
They are approaching from the north. They are trying to break through.
Okay, so those guys over there. Attack the highest priority, please. They're coming from the north, which is so far pretty much undefended, but I guess they could come from any of these areas, which isn't ideal. But we'll get these guys here into an area where they can help. Sort of send them there, I guess. We'll back these guys off a little bit. Alright. This is fine. You get back behind the wall. You guys come up this way. Whoever's left also come up this way. Don't have enough food for any other soldiers, which is also less than ideal. Right. Get this guy back in our walls. See where they come around. I feel like they're just gonna come straight down this way, so straight through here. But if there's anything weird in their way, they might, you know, zigzag around. I don't know how far this little mountain range here goes. Not very, so. You all need to get over here very quickly.
Let's go.
You can push up a little bit.
So many targets, gotta love it.
Understood. All right. Understood. All right. Of course, my commander.
There we go. Alright. No worries, Koopa. I'm about to sign off here too, so
The humans!
all good, man. Thanks for joining, though. I really appreciate it.
Great idea, sir.
Alright, I'll finish up this little wave here. There we go. And then that should be the end of that.
Yes, sir.
Alright. So yeah, I'm going to I'll stream this game again on Thursday.
Just tell me what to do.
Same time, 9 o'clock to around 11 o'clock Eastern time. And yeah, if you're free, feel free to join. I'd love to have you guys again. Bit of a slow start, bit of a disappointing start with the other run ending, but this one's a little bit more promising. But yeah, I'll play more We're There Billions Thursday again, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern, and hopefully I'll see you guys then. All right, take it easy.